Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. How you doing, bro?
Man, blessed and highly favored. I know you got a good word this morning.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. Listen, every now and then we find ourselves asking, God, where are you? If you've been like me, you know that there are times when you're wondering if God is going to show up as you are dealing with whatever it is you are dealing with. Every now and then I ask the question, God, what's up? Jesus, even on the cross, said, my God, why have you forsaken me? Listen, Dottie Peoples has a word for you. If you find yourself ever asking, God, what's up? God, where are you? God, why? Dottie Peoples comes back and says, God is an on-time God. Yes, he is. What does that mean? It means that whenever you are going through, God always comes through. I'll give it to you one more time, because all of us go through hell and high water. We go through attacks and adversity. We go through disappointment, difficulties, dark days. But when you are going through, God is positioning you to come through in a way that you wouldn't have experienced had you not been going through what you are going through. And when God comes through, when you are going through, God will step into your situation and give you just what you need as you're dealing with what you are dealing with. I guess I'll give it to you like this. When God comes through, God has a way of getting in the situation with you. Listen, God ain't got to take you out of the situation. God can get in the situation with you and give you peace when you're under pressure.
Yes,
God
sir.
can give you strength in the midst of your stress. God can give you enough faith to overcome what frustrates you, because God is an on-time God. God comes through when you're going through. So that means whatever else you do, don't you give up. You keep looking up. And if you don't give up and keep looking up, God will show up. And when God shows up, God will raise you up, because God is an on-time God. Yes, he is. So that's the word of the day. Please, whatever else you do, when you're asking God, where are you? The word is God comes through when you're going through, and God has a way of showing up if you refuse to give up. And when God shows up, I promise you, God will raise you up, because God is an on-time God. Yes, he is.
Yes, sir. That's a good word right there, Pastor Haynes. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at FH Unscripted, and I've got some sermons on my YouTube channel, which is Frederick Haynes.
There it is. All right, let's get into this Dottie Peoples right here. Thank you, Pastor Haynes. Love you, man.
Love you, Ricky. Have a great one, bro.
Hey, you too. Here we go. Dottie Peoples right here, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
Entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 13 minutes after that, I got the front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. As predicted, Donald Trump was criminally charged for the fourth time this year. Monday's indictment from Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis in Georgia included 18 defendants, 41 charges, and 30 co-conspirators. The former president is accused of running a criminal enterprise to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. Now, despite all the charges against Trump, he still leads all contenders for the Republican nomination for president. In other news, researchers have found an AI-driven attack that can steal passwords with up to a 95% accuracy by listening to what you type on your keyboard. Cornell University researchers were able to train an AI model to identify the different sounds that each key makes. Lastly, a Montana judge on Monday sided with young environmental activists who said state agencies were violating their constitutional right to a clean environment by permitting fossil fuel development. The ruling adds to a small number of legal decisions that have established a government duty to protect citizens from climate change. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick rundown of today's news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Well, we got a couple of star running backs finally got signed to some teams in the NFL. Former Dallas Cowboy Ezekiel Elliott will sign a one-year deal worth up to $6 million with the New England Patriots. He will be wearing his college number 15. You know what I'm saying? Also, sources say that Davin Cook is expected to sign with the New York Jets worth up to $8.6 million. It's going to be a pretty good 1-2 punch, man, running back with him and Breece Hall out there in New York with Aaron Rodgers. So we're going to see what happens with that one. Real quick, this is crazy. Retired NFL star offensive lineman Michael Orr, who we all thought was adopted by a wealthy white family, by Sean and Leanne Toohey, who took him in out of poverty to live with them, of course, out in high school. Now, y'all remember they made a movie called The Blind Side. Sandra Bullock starred in this movie, won an Oscar and all that kind of stuff. And well, Michael is coming out now alleging that was all a lie. He said they never officially adopted him. They did take him in, but they tricked him into signing a document making them his conservators, which gave them permission to do all of his business deals and stuff because they knew he was about to be a star football player. That's crazy, man. So expect a lot more to come out of that doggone story. It's my sports report right there. What up there, Gary?
All right, y'all. People still talking about Miss Vanna White. Y'all know Vanna White from Wheel of Fortune. Well, they're saying, baby, that the iconic nighttime show Wheel of Fortune, baby, is undergoing a surprising shift in its presentation. They're saying after gracing the screen as co-host since its inception back in 1983, they're saying, y'all, that Vanna White is temporarily, y'all, stepping back, leaving her devoted fans in awe. Now, this transition, y'all, follows the announcement by her longtime colleague, Pat Sajak, y'all, who confirmed that season 41 would mark his farewell. Now, they're saying Pat Sajak in a statement to Bloomberg News revealed, well, the time has come. He said, I've decided that our 41st season, commencing in September, will be my last. He said, it's been a magnificent journey, and I'll be sharing more thoughts in the coming months. He said, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you, y'all. And people are saying, you know, that's sad because we heard about it, that Vanna White was saying, honey, they didn't pay this girl hardly nothing, Ricky, compared to what they was giving Pat Sajak. Nothing. And they say, baby, Miss Vanna been turning those letters since the beginning of the time.
Yes.
And they're saying, honey, you know, they're saying that amidst the news, y'all, they say the revelation, y'all, of Ryan Seacrest, known for hosting American Idol as Sajak's successor, stirred conversation, y'all, about Vanna White's future role and stuff. So, you know, it's a sad situation, but, you know, hopefully, y'all, and prayerfully, that Vanna turns some letters somewhere else. I'll get her a job. But she got a lot of money, though. I promise y'all, she got a lot of money. I'm sure she do. Oh, she got a lot of money. All right, y'all, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is timber. On the high end, you say timber, and on the low end, you say beautiful black. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Meg Thee Stallion got a message for her haters. Up next, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot and
that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Meg Thee Stallion delivered a message to her haters during a recent performance following Tory Lanez being sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting her. Now, while on stage out at the Outside Lands Music Festival at Golden Gate Park in San Francisco, Megan told the crowd being a hot girl in general is not easy. I really appreciate y'all during this trying time. So today I want to say forget my haters. None of the crap you was doing or saying broke me. I want all the hotties to put their middle finger up right now. So Tory was sentenced August 8th following the 2020 shooting incident. So that's what Meg had to say to all the haters. Y'all didn't break her, and she's still doing her thing. So, that's a tough situation right there. So I'm proud that she's still performing and still is able to wear a smile and move on with her life. Because some people could have went into a deep depression and just said, forget music, forget this industry, and forget everything else, because it was a serious situation. But anyway, moving on, sad news, y'all. Clarence Avant, known as the Black Godfather, or the Godfather of Black music, has passed away at 92 years old. Wow, according to Variety, Avant's family said in a statement, it is with heavy heart that the Avant family announced the passing of Clarence Alexander Avant. Through his revolutionary business leadership, Clarence became affectionately known as the Black Godfather in the world of music. Clarence leaves behind his loving and his behind a loving family and a sea of friends and associates. The joy of his legacy eases the sorrow of our loss. A cause
Brad, he
of
was
death.
at the
Yes.
TV1 thing. Did
Yes.
you know him personally?
No, I didn't, but I met him several times. I didn't know him personally, but I heard he was an amazing man, and he helped so many wonderful people that went on to be big and great and successful. He was the mentor for such artists as Snoop Dogg, Babyface, Whitney Houston, Jimmy Iovine, L.A. Reid, and Pharrell Williams. So R.I.P. to him, and we're going to keep his family and friends and his loved ones lifted in our prayers. Last but not least, Oprah Winfrey lent a helping hand to the wildfire evacuees in Maui as the famous talk show host was spotted handing out pillows and other supplies at the War Memorial Stadium in Wailuku. Is that say that right? Wailuku? Okay. She said, I came earlier just to see what people needed and then went shopping. She said in the video shared on BBC, she said, I actually went to Walmart and Costco and got pillows, shampoo, diapers, sheets, and pillowcases. The Color Purple actress added, it's a little overwhelming. So Winfrey is a part-time resident of Maui, and she vowed to continue to help the community after the cameras. Check this out.
I've met so many incredible people. One guy, Julius, I said, Julius, tell me what you need, because his legs were covered in bandages where he had to run to escape the fire, and said to me that he could feel his skin popping as he was running. He got out of his car because the tires were melting and he couldn't move forward and just started to run. And when I said, tell me what you need, he said, ma'am, I need nothing. My greatest gift, I have my life. And I know that long after all the camera crews are gone and the rest of the world has moved on, the rebuilding will just begin. You're going to see a lot of Phoenix stories rising from the ashes here.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That is so sad.
That is powerful.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got your wake-up call. So hit us up at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? So check this out. A man in South Florida was charged with flooding a hospital's emergency rooms after attacking a nurse and stripping off all his clothes because of a long wait to be seen in the emergency room. He was impatient. The 53-year-old man became agitated while in the waiting room at the North Collier Hospital in Naples, Florida on Saturday, according to a report from the Collier County Sheriff's Office. Now, he done barged into the emergency room, pushed the patient, and then pushed the nurse in the head. Now, after the hospital staff got him into a room in an effort to keep him from disturbing other patients, he done took his clothes off, broke away, and broke off a high-pressure pipe from the wall, the report said. Now, the hospital's emergency rooms flooded, causing tens of thousands of dollars in damage, according to the report. A responding deputy subdued the man with a taser on him as he was butt naked after he threatened him and was taken into the custody. Now, where's the chair when you need it in this situation? And I know this couldn't have been a black man. What y'all think?
I mean, sometimes them waiting rooms at hospitals can work your nerves a little bit.
That's true. Now, when you're waiting real long and you're sick and you need somebody to tend to you, that's true.
Yeah, but if you don't have no insurance, that's what happens.
Well,
No, they do it even if you have insurance.
Oh, really?
You got to wait in line like everybody else.
wow.
Now, I remember with my first child, he had a little rash, and I waited in that emergency room for 8 hours for them
I
to
know
tell
you
me he
did.
had eczema.
Shut up.
They told me they
8
said, go get you
hours?
some. I waited for 8 hours.
No, man.
Yeah.
Only for them to get back there and tell you what?
He had eczema. That's it. It was like, go get you some A&D ointment. Bye.
Man.
Terrible.
What?
Yeah.
You could have went to the county hospital and got waited on quicker.
Yeah, I'm not going to the county hospital, Gary. I'm not.
What's the difference between the county hospital and the other hospital?
There's a big difference.
The county hospital, Ricky, that's where you wait forever.
That's
The regular hospital, you think you'll be able to just go in and get out, you know.
You
But
talking about like Grady in Atlanta?
yes, sir. It's great.
That's a county hospital?
Yeah, that's the county hospiel. Yeah, honey. Like Parkland and
they
Dallas.
say Grady got the best doctors, though.
That's what they say, honey. Some people say those girls put you on a stretcher and you wait for a while.
No, on
In
the
the
stretcher.
hall.
He's lined up
In the hall?
Yes, sir, Ricky, yes.
And then it'd be cold.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember back in the day, the doctors used to come to your house? Did
Yeah.
y'all?
Well, they
y'all
have
live
that
on
now.
Yeah,
They do have that now.
Really?
Yes, a
Yes, sir. They got
concierge
doctors that will come to your house now.
Yeah.
Oh, real
So-
doctor.
Real doctors.
Well, you know, I go to Dr. M.J. Collier right there off of Thorn Road. I'll make that drive to go to Dr. Collier. And then I got another good doctor, Dr. Amy. So So yeah, I'm cool. I just call and just go straight in. Thank God. I thank God. I'm grateful and humble that I don't have to. But I know what it's like to sit in the ER 8 hours, Maria. That's something.
Ooh.
And them damn chairs are not comfortable.
They not comfortable at all.
Y'all remember Dr. Bombay?
What was that?
On Bewitched, Dr. Bombay?
Man, bye, Gary.
Man, look at
I will hit you. I will hit you. Yes, I will. Try to get you on up. You can get done up. Oh, yeah. I will hit you. Hit you with a chair. I will hit you. Yeah. Try to get you on up. You can get done up. Yeah.
They singing.
Now it's on.
Now it's on. Come on.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the Kahlua of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Tiffany Haddish, baby. They're saying this girl is once again raising eyebrows and questions. And they're saying this time, y'all, it's about a new series, honey, about successful women, y'all, dating homeless men. That's what she's talking about. Now they're saying, y'all, that the Back on the Strip star plans to step into her producing bag, y'all, for the upcoming docuseries. Now the actress, honey, She Ready production company secured, y'all, development deal with Hearst Media production company. Now they're saying, according to reports, the project, y'all, is personal because Tiffany, y'all, experienced homelessness, and everyone, she said, deserves, y'all, definitely to be loved. And, you know, and I do agree with that. Now they're saying during a pre-strike interview on the red carpet, they're saying at the time they were in the process, y'all, of moving forward with the docuseries. Tiffany opened up, y'all, about how her own experience made her want to explore these relationships. She said, quote, I experienced homelessness, y'all, myself, and found that there was a stigma, y'all, on it that I don't think should be there. Now, she said everyone deserves to be loved. She said everyone deserves to have someone supporting them and caring for them, not necessarily carrying them all the way. She said, but it's really important for people to make sure that they know that because it's really hard to be homeless, she said so many people, y'all, are isolated and living on the streets alone, unquote. And that's true. I mean, Ricky and ladies, y'all, would y'all date somebody homeless and marry somebody homeless?
Yeah, she fine.
If she fine, okay.
I mean, she fine as hell. Yeah.
Jump.
Take her, I said, look, go in there and take you a good bath. Here, your rag.
Not a rag.
As long as she smells good, right?
Some clothes from Target. Get in there, get right, brush your teeth, wash your face. Let's see how you look like. What you look like when you come out there. Take her down there, Dr. Carly, get her tested for stuff. And she might
That's a lot of work, Ricky.
I mean, it
Must
might
be
be
fine,
working if she's slim and bow-legged. Yes, sir.
But you know, people do fall on hard times. And, you know, if you make a connection with someone, and not necessarily like homeless, but you got to kind of see what their circumstances were. So, I mean, look at Tiffany. She became this famous,
right.
You know.
Yeah. And I mean, she got Carmen. Carmen picked her up, honey, out of the murky clay, honey, and got with her for a little while and stuff. And, you know, I mean, hey, everybody deserves it. And some of the best people are on the streets.
And then you done fixed her up, and then y'all waiting to get in the restaurant. She's so used to being home, she done laid on the sidewalk and took a nap. You got to get it out of her.
So you ain't got to do that no more,
baby. Out there with a Burberry dress on. Like, baby, I'll be right there. She out there with a Burberry dress on. at the stoplight asking for money. Like, hey, you ain't got to do that.
Oh, Lord.
Well, anyway. Get a mindset right.
Oh, my God, honey. I mean, Special K, would you date a homeless woman? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and like Halle Berry said, honey, everybody deserves love, honey, and you know everybody deserves to be loved, so honey. So why
she got
not?
a $30,000 Birkin bag. She looked good as hell, but she in the dumpster trying to get something.
Birkin bag full of old biscuits.
Anyway, well, congratulations.
Chicken bones.
No.
I mean, hey, you gotta do that. Come on.
All right, the clue today, honey, is one of my favorite clues. I'm going to just leave that alone, honey. The clue today, y'all, is timber. On the high end, you say timber, and on the low end, you say beautiful black. That's your clue for today, honey.
She all out there in the fountain in front of the hotel. Hey, you already had a bath. Don't do that.
You setting up a tent. See, no, you got a house now. You ain't got to worry about doing that.
You can't laugh at homeless people.
We living in a mansion, baby. Come on, get your mind right. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up for Gary. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Got your welcome call. Get us the boy 8669 on our CKE1. Let's go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. You up this long, this land. You in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know what you calling from? So come on, tell us and just wait for you to.
Good morning, everybody. This is Felix Jones. Wait for me.
Hey, it's AJ calling from Birmingham, Alabama. What's up, Ricky? Hey, Ricky, remember Tall Paul? Tall Paul. He's on.
Hi, my name is Frida. I'm calling from Houston, and I want to wake up all my family that's in the bed. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning, this is Gene Wade. I'd like to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Angela Wade, and my daughter, Alexandra Wade, and my son, Joshua Wade. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey. Cause we gon' let them know. Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. In Albany, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
That's right, y'all, baby. If you grew up in Birmingham, you know about the Tall Paul Morning Show. Tall Paul, he's my all.
All right, so we are a month away. That's right, 1 month away from the new Apple release. Now, I don't know about you, but I definitely need a new iPhone because I have not upgraded in about 2 series. So the new iPhone is coming out in September. Now, there's been a lot of secrecy going around this, but one thing people are also talking about is the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6. So everyone's excited. It's a fast new watch to wear, you know, because we're talking about healthcare. It's fast. Now, there's one big problem with it. It's great. It can do all the apps. You can get your WhatsApp messages. You can get your text messages, all that cool stuff. And it does like sleep technology. So if you have somebody who has sleep apnea or, you know, you're trying to monitor your heart rate while you're breathing, you would think this is an awesome, you know, watch for you to wear. Well, the problem is the battery. The battery does not last, and they want you to charge it during the day. Well, that doesn't work because now you're out running your errands. Right. Now, also, if you're trying to get a smartwatch, what they're saying is the comparable Apple Watch, the 9 series is coming out, and it's got a brand new processor, super fast. It's got a whole new operating system. So if you were comparing, I checked several different websites, so I'm not biased just because it's Apple, but the iWatch is definitely the way to go. Awesome battery life, fast processor, and so much more. Now, Samsung is trying to compete with Google. Now, a lot of you are like, okay, there's a lot of Apple fans, and I always talk about Apple phones. But in fairness, I have to cover this Samsung versus Google Pixel battle. So a lot of people, like Gary, I've seen you with your foldable phones, right? Well, foldable phones for the Android users is the new way to go. Gary's holding his in his hand right now. Well, Google said, hey, we're going to have a phone as well. But the problem is it's not up to speed. Samsung killed it with their brand new Flip 5, and it's pretty amazing. Much thinner, awesome operating system. So if you're looking for a flip phone, Samsung is still holding it down. Now, if you have a family member that's suffering with cancer or even like dementia and other health issues, again, as we talk about more health wearable technology, I have elderly people in my family that suffer from dementia, and I thought this was really cool. They're called smart socks. So smart socks, have you ever had those people in your family, your grandmothers, your grandfathers, who are more prone to falling and stuff like this? Well, now they can wear these socks. It's really cool. The socks can measure the heart rate, they can measure the sweat, and they can even tell if that person is in distress. So you always hear about these news stories like where, elderly people fall and no one is there to help them. It's almost like a warning device for caregivers and everything like that. They can help prevent these situations from someone just laying in the floor for days at a time. So very cool. Smart socks. It's brand new. And again, they're looking at it to help people with dementia. And is Disney killing Blu-ray DVDs? Well, in Australia, they have officially said that Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to be the last Blu-ray DVD that they're going to make. And they're saying that this is a signal for US. So if you're a person like me, I like to see like the videos on the shelf and stuff like this. Well, they're saying that DVDs for Disney perhaps are coming to an end. So you better stock up on like all your Lady and the Tramps, all your old school Disney movies that you want on the shelf, because it's going to be like the VHS tapes, Blu-ray and all that are going out. And lastly, AI. So we talk about AI, GPT. Maria, you're always talking about AI and the passwords earlier where, the AI can detect what your password is. Yeah. Well, now they're saying that AI can actually detect cancers. So women, as we start to get our mammograms each year and our annual visits and stuff like this, they now have AI scanners that can actually do body scans on you, and the AI can do a better job than the doctor at preventing these masses and even preventative measures. So, some of the scans, they do it once the mass is there. Well, they're saying that the new AI technology and this new device that they have, it can actually do a pre-version. So like if you're more susceptible for it or if it's coming out. So I kind of feel like this is like the movies when they put your body in the scanner and like
an MRI or something.
Exactly. Yeah. But you know how the robot machine, the robot doctor would actually fix the body. I feel like this is like the direction that we're going with all this AI technology, but very cool stuff. Of course, this is your Techie Tuesday upload. You can always follow me at Beyonce ATL. I'm going to post pictures. I'll have this video recap and all that and more. Plus, as we get ready for the iPhone updates, I will keep you updated with that and so much more. I'm your girl, Beyonce Aloysius.
Thank you, Beyonce. And let everybody know how they can follow you one more time.
You can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Beyonce ATL.
There it is, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Black Tony, what's going on? Why aren't you coming to work?
I can't talk real loud right now.
What?
The doctor told me I can't talk real loud right now. I'm at the hospital.
What's going on?
They got me in the CIU.
In the ICU.
For what?
Don't put this on the radio. Try to put me on a private line right now, real quick. This is my personal medical information.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. What up?
I'm not even gonna lie, Shawty.
What?
I'm not even gonna lie, Shawty. When I was on that long bus ride, I had met this white girl.
Yeah.
And I had unprotected sex. Yeah. And then they got me in the CIU.
Why they got you in the CIU for that?
Cause they said her eggs was real loose. The doctor said her eggs was real loose, and one of them slid up on me, in me, and now I might be pregnant, and they're gonna have to do a procedure.
No,
they said her eggs had slid or loose. Cause they said sometimes, most times the man got the, but they said if a woman's eggs is real loose, they could slide up in you, and now they got to do a surgery.
Now what's the machine in the background we hear?
That's hooked up to my chest. Cause I had a little bit. They said that she gave me Rati, how you say the word? FIBROIDO? AIDS. They said she gave me that.
Fibroids?
Yeah, she gave that to me.
Oh, wow.
And so you on a breathing machine?
Yeah. But I probably be all right. They say I'll probably be all right by about 11 o'clock, and they'll send me off.
That's after the show.
Yeah, they said about 11:15, I'll be able to go home.
And right now you're on a breathing machine.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow. I promise.
That's all you promise you coming tomorrow, like on everything.
Yeah, can y'all just pray for me real quick? Just pray for me that I'll be all right. Hold on.
You promise you coming tomorrow, Blaton.
I'm talking to my boss, man. Okay. All right, they're going to turn the breathing machine off for me in a minute. If I don't die, I'll be there tomorrow.
What?
If I don't die, I'll be there tomorrow. They're going to turn the breathing machine off because they say I only paid for 30 minutes.
This song goes out to all the soldiers on the battlefield in Montgomery. Here we go. If you go to Montgomery, you gon' mess around and find out. If you go to Montgomery, you gon' mess around and find out. Down by the riverboat, you go to Montgomery, you gon' mess around and find out. All you gotta do is hop off the riverboat, because Montgomery want all the smoke. Oh, you walk over, limp back, limp back. You walk over, limp back. Grab that chair, that's right over there. Look at that man, my God, he's swimming fast. Take off your shoes, you know what to do. We finna fight, been doing it all our life. They thought they had us chained, but God said not today. Pass for Dr. King, because he wouldn't swing.
Come on, Rita Brett, yeah.
Yeah, we should've won. Django coming back,
Django.
we did too. Attacked us by the river, the ancestors came through. Oh, they walked over, them back, and that's a fact. On period, on everything, on my mama, that's around and find out.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 5 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all remember last week, Tyrese Gibson, y'all there, saying he filed a $1 million lawsuit, honey, against Home Depot, accusing them of racial profiling. Well, now they're saying that Tyrese is blasting critics, honey, accusing him, y'all, of playing the victim. And Tyrese wrote, y'all, deeply annoyed by the people who create negative and toxic environment and yet run and play victim, honey. Not only do they play victim, but y'all, they play the innocent victim. He said, here's my memo to the world. My life started off, honey, on an unbearable level that I have been very vocal about. But one thing's for sure, he said, I don't play victim. And when things are 100% my fault, he said, I will definitely not only attempt to clarify my intention, but I will apologize over and over and over, not expecting you to agree, but I am not above any apology, and I don't play victim, honey. He said, and if you disagree, forget you and all that other stuff.
Why he always in the middle of something?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, my God. We got to pray, honey, for Tyrese, honey. He said he don't play victim, honey. That's the only part I got, because I'm like, all that other stuff, honey, what was you talking about?
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
It seemed like after a certain age, you wouldn't just keep being in the middle of stuff. You just get too old. Like, we just go home. We go to work and go home.
Yeah.
He ain't never in the middle of nothing.
Right.
Why you always in the middle of something?
Yeah, our nerves bad.
Yes, Lord. Yes. So we
Just go home, Tyrese. Just go.
He
Stay
said
down.
he don't play victim, honey. He apologized. So, okay, Tyrese, thank you. All right, moving on, honey. In other celebrity news, baby, the world is a happier place, y'all. Why? Because people are saying, y'all, that Beyonce, honey, that is Beyonce. They're saying she allegedly came out, honey. They're saying that she hinted that she is bisexual in her latest concert performance. Now, they're saying Beyonce is now being called Beyonce. by some of her fans, they said, after her latest tour. Now, they're saying it was learned that many of Beyonce's most loyal fans, honey, are saying that Beyonce appeared to have come out as a member of the LGBTQ plus gang during her Atlanta tour stop. Now, they're saying Bey appears to be, honey, leaving a series of clues, honey, which are all tied to her cozy song and the performance at her Renaissance tour. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the song talks about a woman being comfortable in her skin, and, y'all, it has been used as an anthem for many, y'all, in the LGBTQ community. They said, honey, while during Beyonce's performance, they say, honey, she flies, honey, the bisexual flag behind her, honey, and she talks about a woman named Caroline, honey, and y'all know that flag, honey, is magenta, blue, and look like lavender, honey, and they're saying, baby, she was flying it high in the sky, honey, at her concert the other day.
Beyonce?
Yes, Beyonce. So, Brad, did you get that? Because you was at the concert.
She just representing for the community. That don't mean she is. She just loves everybody.
Really?
She's just showing love to everybody, Gary.
Oh, really? Well, they said, honey,
yes.
she talked about Carol, honey, whoever Carol is.
Oh,
honey.
my goodness,
And
Gary.
said,
Don't take that too far.
Don't take it too far?
This is just for all the Beehive and all her fans that are LGBTQ plus. She's just showing love to everybody.
What?
This whole Renaissance album was for the gays almost.
Really? Well, they said, but she didn't do nothing for the heterosexual.
Yes, she did. She do something for everybody.
She waved the
Each
American
album.
flag for them?
Each album.
Did she wave the American
Each
flag?
album.
Oh.
She wear them outfits for us.
Oh, that's what it was?
Ever since Destiny's Child, she been waving it for y'all.
Okay.
She did something especially for us.
Ain't mad at her. She did that Crazy in Love video for us.
She sang all them songs too at the concert.
Really?
So, yeah,
Well,
she did something for everybody. Don't do that, Gary.
Well, they said they called her Beyonce. So,
She's
honey.
not. She's
Well,
Beyonce.
Okay, well, congratulations, honey. She waved the flag, child, so I'm going to make that the color of the day tomorrow.
And she had
But
great
anyway.
concerts, Gary. You
Really?
should have been there.
Yes,
Yep.
Lord Jesus, honey, I'm saving.
And she had a great section for the drag queens. Oh, it was
Really?
amazing. Yes,
Really?
T.S. Madison. It was awesome.
Really?
Yes,
Was
they
Miss-
did the death drop. They did everything. It was beautiful.
Was Miss PT there? I wonder if Miss PT
I don't
was
know
there.
who Miss PT
They were
was.
doing
but
they
it
were
was-
doing the death drop. Beyonce, Gary, you got to do the death drop. You ain't never did the death drop.
Gary wouldn't be able to get back up.
Baby, I can't get back up. Baby, those girls got young bones, honey.
I tell you, they killed it.
Yeah, but congratulations. Well, Brad said that it's not so, y'all. So, honey, don't be putting Beyonce and all that. She just
Yeah.
represented, honey. And speaking of representation, y'all, they're saying Jamie Foxx, baby, is recovering after being rushed to the hospital. And they say it's been reported, y'all, that he wants to win his ex, Katie Holmes, back. Now, according to a source, y'all, they're saying his recovery made him revisit his 2019 breakup, baby, with the actress. Now, they're saying Jamie has dated scores of beautiful women in his life, but none, honey, came close to matching what he had with Miss Katie Holmes, honey. They're saying their chemistry was off the charts,
Wow.
honey. Yes, now the source also continued. They say it was a romance born of passion, but became so much more. In hindsight, they're saying Jamie can't believe, honey, that he let her slip through his fingers. Now, at the time, they said of Fox's hospitalization, the actress was reportedly very worried about her ex. Now, they said Katie is worried sick about Jamie, honey, and they said she and Jamie didn't end on the best terms, but regardless, she is definitely concerned about Jamie Foxx. So, y'all, hopefully Jamie get her back. You know, because
There wasn't no reports that she went to visit him or nothing.
no, they say she didn't even go to visit, so she wasn't that worried, but she didn't go visit him.
Well, after all that, now you gonna say that? Oh my God, Gary!
Well, she couldn't be too worried that she didn't go visit him, honey. 'Cause she sure could have got in if he was that desperate and wanted her back and stuff, honey.
Oh God!
So they said Tom Cruise put a stop to that, but anyway.
Oh Lord!
Hopefully they get back together, honey. So we love Jamie and Katie. They look good together, child. So.
They didn't last that long.
No, they didn't last that long, honey,
Yeah.
child. Please, honey. They told her, look, you want to keep a career or you want Jamie Foxx?
Oh.
So she kept her career.
And what's she been doing?
Nah.
I ain't seen her.
They paying her just to stay away from him.
Go on and do
Bye,
the
Gary.
All right,
Gary.
the Kaluna Day.
Bye,
My Kaluna Day, y'all, is timber. On the high end, you say timber. On the low end, you say beautiful black. That's your Kaluna for today.
Not the tree
Damn, Rock,
sale.
you all right? You all right, Rock? Okay, but y'all.
Bye, Gary.
You just sent me a doggone text.
That doggone video, man.
Y'all need to pay attention to the TV and stop looking at y'all
Exactly.
Wait a minute, dog.
Don't post it, Rock, or we're going to get fired.
Well, I wish y'all would share it.
Beyonce,
Brett, you guys.
Beyonce, if y'all post that, if y'all post that,
I'm
y'all
finna put it-
gonna get us fired. Don't do that.
I'm finna put it on my Instagram right now.
I got to.
At Rock T Holla.
And don't say, hey, Rock, don't say your Instagram on the, Brett, stop looking at y'all. What we doing next?
I'm finna post it, dog.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all, one of the greatest privileges of being a parent is getting to decide how and when to mess with your child. So on TikTok, somebody asked people to name the most ridiculous lies they were told as a kid. Now, many classics that made the list were things like gum stays in your stomach for 7 years. That, you know, don't swallow your chewing gum. If you do, when you poop, you'll blow a bubble. And driving with the dome light on is illegal. But some are much weirder, Brett. I mean, now this is one is pretty funny. The waves at the beach. The waves at the beach are made by whales. Another one, people say that your blood is blue inside of your body. It only turns red when exposed to oxygen. Now, a lot of adults still think that's true, apparently, but it's a myth.
Yeah, well, what about knowing algebra will come in handy someday? You know that's a lie. Or that 11 months out of the year, the Easter Bunny lives on Easter Island.
I ain't never heard that. So this morning, I ain't never heard that one. All right, so this morning we want to know what is the most ridiculous lie you were told as a kid. Hit us now at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Gary, what's one of the lies you were told?
And I guess I'd like to say it was a lie, but I guess it was. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. I learned as an adult that's a lie. Words hurt.
Beyonce, what? Yeah.
So my mom, well, one was, you know, when it rains, that's God crying. But then the other one, my mama used to roll cigarettes, and she told me that she was trying to save money. And I was like, why does it smell weird? You know, because she was rolling a joint. And she said that she was, you know, rolling her own cigarettes trying to save up money.
I had the blackest life to be a non-black person. You had the blackest upbringing ever.
Special K, what about you?
Running with scissors, you're going to put your eye out. I ain't met a person yet in all my years of living that got their eye put out from running with scissors.
Oh, wow. Wow, Brett.
Breaking the mirror, 7 years bad luck.
Yeah, and a cat running in front of you.
Yeah. And splitting the pole and all that. Like,
my grandma was real superstitious. But Stevie Wonder said, if you believe in things that you don't understand, you will suffer. Superstition ain't the way.
Ain't the way. Amen.
Right, T?
Yeah, so my mom didn't like us touching all the buttons in the car while we were driving, so she said that hazard button, if we pushed it, it would blow the car up.
Yeah. and you know, there was a plant not far from where I used to live. Is over there in this place called Tarrant City that's outside of Birmingham. And this plant got this fire going up. It's like an oil plant or a gas plant. Got this fire going up. And I used to tell Brandon, that's the gates of hell. And that's what they when that fire be real high. When the fire be real high, they had a lot of children that day. So you need to be good. And Brandon said even in his adult years, he always drove by there looking at that fire shooting.
Oh wow!
He said it was still in his head. So.
Oh my goodness!
It worked.
And I used to get him to be quiet. I had a girlfriend named Fat Shirley. I used to call her Big Shirley. I used to put dirty clothes in a garbage bag in the bed and put the cover over it. And he used to make him be quiet upstairs. Told him don't be jumping around because my girl in there sleeping. I would let him peep in there and see that big ass hump over there. I did some stupid stuff, boy. So I don't want to know what your thoughts. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
The most ridiculous thing was if you make a face and somebody taps you on your back, you look that way and you'll be that way forever.
Oh, yeah, this Paul from Cincinnati. I remember one time my brother told me that if you mess with older women, they'll give you worms. And I believed it. I'm thinking like I was going to be like a dog in the backyard eating grass.
Antoine from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Man, my comment is that the tooth fairy give you money when you lose your teeth. My grandma ain't got no teeth and she ball them off as hell.
This is Keisha. I'm calling from that town, and the most ridiculous thing I heard as a kid is old men give you worms, and that stuck with me until this day.
Yeah, my name is Show, and I'm calling from Cleveland. And my mother told me when I was younger, if I had sex, I would get a yeast infection.
Robin Williams. I'm calling from Houston, Texas, and the most ridiculous thing my parents told me when I was a kid is if I keep peeing the bed, I'm going to get electrocuted.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I bet you got up and went to the bathroom then. Especially if they got got an electric blanket or whatever. Yeah, man, that's crazy. And it's crazy when your parents tell you all that stuff. You remember it. You never forget it. And then sometimes you pass that on to your kids. To try to keep them in line. Now, if you were not able to get through on today's topic, go to Rickey Smiley Official on Facebook to weigh in to let us know what you think. There it is, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, brother. Good to be with you. Good to be with all of y'all. Listen, man, yesterday, Donald Trump gets indicted on the Georgia 2020 election probe. Like, this thing is crazy.
She dropped the hammer.
Man, so many of you know that this is the 4th indictment he's facing. There's 3 separate cases this year already. But this thing, y'all, is 19 defendants and 41 indictments.
Wow.
41. Like, this thing reads, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, solicitation of violation of oath of public office, false statements and writings, solicitation of violation of the oath of a public officer, impersonating a public officer, conspiracy to commit impersonating a public officer, forgery in the first degree. It goes on and on and on and on and on. This is serious. So what I think is different here than others, you've got a judge assigned to oversee the case who's in Fulton County, who's a former prosecutor and has been in Georgia their whole life. And so what I'm hearing from folks is that, this is a person that is going to come hard, regardless of who appointed him. And so this, the 19 folks, and y'all know what happens when 19 people get indicted, don't you?
What happened?
Yeah, somebody talking. Yeah.
Oh.
When 19 people get indicted, at least 18 are trying to not be the one that goes to jail. So this is going to be real interesting to see who rides for Trump. Does Giuliani get thrown under the bus? This is going to be real interesting. So I'm actually excited to see how this goes between New York and Georgia. It's going to. I think what's going to be interesting, and Kay, I'm interested in your thoughts. Do you think at any point that the GOP finds him as a liability because of these cases, or do you think they riding with him no matter what?
I think they have gone with it so far now that they kind of boxed themselves in a corner. They have no choice but to ride with him because if they turn on him, then his base turns on them and they're done.
Yes, I'm not sure because I don't know at what point that the money people decide this is a bad bet.
Now, yeah, that's
they're definitely not giving the money to Ron DeSantis.
No, but what I mean, Rick, I don't necessarily mean the donors. I mean big business that supports Republicans.
Right.
Yeah, but that's why I said they boxed themselves into a corner with Trump. They rode this train too far. They should have got off with that second impeachment, and they could have saved themselves a whole lot of headache.
Yeah, but I think there's some that say we ain't locked in until the primary is over, because a whole lot of folks can flip and make sure that doesn't happen. But we'll see. Because I don't totally disagree with you, Kay. The diehards are the diehards, and they believe that he's their Caesar. But we all know what happened to Caesar. Y'all, before I get out of here, I've got to give a huge rest in power, rest in peace, praying for the family of Brother Clarence Avant. Clarence Avant, 92 years old, passed yesterday. For those of you that saw the Black Godfather, you know that this was a man who walked silently through the shadows of not only kind of black entertainment world and political world, but just broadly across business, entertainment, and politics. Clarence Avant was the hand behind so many things that happened. You think about the Thriller album, Michael Jackson. You think about the election of Barack Obama. It just goes on and on and on. And so if you haven't seen The Black Godfather, I hope that you will. If you have, you know what I'm talking about. But this brother from Climax, North Carolina, just rose to the highest levels of business. And Rick, you know what I loved about him most was not the deals that he did, was that you could always count on Clarence Avant to be there for black people.
Right.
And he was going to be there behind the scenes. I mean, there are so many entertainers that'll tell you when they first got on, they were told to go see Clarence Avant. So not only did he keep winning by making deals, he kept winning by serving us. And he never needed a press release to tell anybody about it or a post to be able to say how many people he knew. He just did it quietly, and he did it authentically, and he did it with character. And many of you know that his wife was taken from him from a home invasion. And so to think about the fact that they are reunited at this point is not only an unbelievable blessing, but we celebrate the entire family for what they've given to us. Y'all, those are 3 things I got for you. Hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. Love y'all, man. Have a fantastic Tuesday, and I'll check y'all out on Thursday.
Hey, love you too, Jeff. It's Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, good morning, Fat Tasha.
Good morning.
Hey, where y'all at? Where y'all driving? Y'all listening to the radio this morning?
Listen, got you locked. I just dropped Kiki bad kids off. I'm so glad they out my car.
Don't tell me my kids ain't bad.
They so bad.
Hey, so your kids are going back to school.
Yeah, but the school made me mad.
Why?
Don't blame them.
Because they did a back to school event. They thought I pulled up with the kids. They thought I was a bounce house. I ain't no doggone bounce house with kids.
Wait a minute, they thought you was what, Fantastic?
Bounce house.
They thought I was a bounce house for the little kids. Jumping all on my doggone car. Get off my car. You doggone bounce house. Jumping all up and down. Get off me.
Tasha, you is big, that Tasha.
Oh, hey, the bounce house big. If my bounce house big, I need to start going for walks in the morning.
Right.
I ain't bounce house.
Hey, Kiki, are you?
Never that. Never that. I ain't about never that. I ain't about. Never that. I'm fasting today. Just because of that. Never that.
Oh, wait a minute. Fantastic, you fasting?
I'm fasting today. After that, they think I'm a bounce house. Never that.
Right. And Fantastic, what church you go to, Fantastic?
I church hop. I go to New Birth down in Hope 135th Street. I go to Mount Olive when I want to go up north. I go to Antioch in Miami Gardens over there. Shout out to Pastor Arthur Jackson over there.
Yeah, I love that. Antioch is a good church, Fantastic. What's your favorite song? They got a good choir to what they be singing, Fantastic.
They be singing, I just want to praise you. You know, I don't like to go to Antioch all the time. I tried to get baptized. They said I got to lose weight. I'm too big. Can't get
Tough
the
dip right
Hey,
there.
you think that maybe they could baptize you at Mount Olive, Dr. Davidson there? But
I probably got to go to Dr. Davidson over there and jump in the pool.
Fantastic. I mean,
house everywhere.
They could take you over to the beach.
To the beach?
That's why you laughing.
So what I'm supposed to be, a blue big whale, a big manatee, a killer whale. So y'all have me at the beach looking stupid.
I mean, we don't care about what nobody else thinks, Fantastic. You try to get your life over to the Lord. I mean, you got to get baptized at some point.
I do. At least just bring the water hose inside the church, spray me with that, and I'll be just fine.
Right.
Spray me down with the church water hose.
Yeah, and so you love that song, Just Want to Praise You. What's one of your other songs? Now Mount Olive has a good choir. Now, what's one of your favorite songs that they choir sing over at Mount Olive?
Dr. Davis always play an old school. Do It For Me.
Which one? Yeah, what?
I want to say Hezekiah Walker say,
Lord, do it.
And then you go, down, 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 down.
Lord, do it.
Do it.
Do it for me.
When? Right now. I want to lose weight every time I step on the scale.
Yeah.
Down, 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 down. Lord, do it. Make me put these donuts down, Father God.
And Kiki, you're going to have to keep that Tasha motivated. You got to be a real friend when she get weak and start picking up stuff she shouldn't eat.
How, Ricky? When I send that out of the house, she always warming up honey buns in the microwave 2, 3, 4 in the morning. The girl eat round the clock. Talk about bring her some food out to the car.
Right.
Ask her why I got to bring her food to the car.
I don't know, Kiki, but I mean, you got to stick with her, Kiki, because she give you a ride. She took the kids to school. She always looking out for you.
Yeah, she do give me rides and whatnot, but Tasha, you got to start losing weight.
How?
You got to try.
It's hard.
Look, I know. Oh, Lord, she's tearing up. Don't cry, Tasha, don't cry.
Ricky, got me in my feelings this morning. You got me losing weight. I can't be losing weight and carrying on. I tried to unbig my back. It won't go down. My appetite keeps my stomach growling in the car. You know, I just can't do it. Ricky and them always just getting on me by my weight and carrying on.
Do it for me
right
now.
Look, if you want me to pick you up so you can run and walk the trail with me, please, I'll drive you.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, man, listen. All right, look. Hey, we got to address this. We had a huge mishap. It's crazy that we booked the Rickey Smiley birthday bash weekend, and after we went through the trouble to book the talent in the hotel, my daughter announced that she was graduating college the same weekend, so I didn't get to see her graduate college. But we making up for it tonight at the Stardome. So we doing an all-white party for her at the Comedy Club Stardome, and she stopped by the station this morning. And I got my daughter in here, Miss Aaron Smiley. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
Aaron in the building.
In the building.
College graduate.
Baylor University.
Congratulations.
And Gary, guess what I major? Go ahead, Gary. Ask what I major.
What you majored in, Aaron?
Communication Sciences and Disorders with a concentration in speech pathology.
Oh, my God, you're going to take your daddy job. Congratulations, Aaron. Girl, I remember when you was a little baby, honey, trying to articulate those words, honey. Now you're speaking them.
She got the most whoopings, her and Malik, boy. Woo.
Yes.
Jesus. Hey, all that time standing in the corners paid off.
Paid off, man.
Yeah. She sure did stay in those corners, in the hall, in the corner.
I lived in those corners.
Yeah. And you want to give some shout outs this morning. First of all, Baylor University. And
yeah, shout out to Baylor University. Thank you for an amazing 4 years. I also want to say thank you to everyone that prayed for me when, I had my accident, when I got shot. I want to say a special thank you to Mayor Turner.
Speak up loud. Come on.
And Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. And a special shout out to my sorors, my AKAs, and everybody else. Everybody else. Thank you.
There it is. Yes. All growing up with a pink and green on. We got an AKA in the house. What the what?
Hey, man.
What you say, Rob?
It's all good, man. It's the Divine Nine Love. That's sister, brother love, man.
Yeah, all grown up. So we having a thing for her tonight at the Stardome. So I'm excited. So the mayor's going to come and hand her degree. She's going to have her cap and gown. She's going to walk across the stage, and I'm going to get to see it. Shoot, all that. Yeah, all the damn money at Baylor University. I'm going to see her walk across a stage. I don't care what stage. I need to be standing right there. And I think the Basileus of the local chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha is supposed to be coming. And somebody else supposed to be coming. Dr. Bobby Knight, president of Miles College.
Wow.
Is coming out to the Stardome tonight. So we are just happy to have you. And thank God you survived your gunshot. And you ought to come out with a rap album because me and you both been shot, so we need to come out with an album.
We can come out with an album.
Yeah, we got street cred. All right, one more time. Aaron Smiley, y'all, graduate of Baylor University. I got your front page.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 27 minutes after the hour, got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is brought to you by Bounty, the quicker picker upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent than the leading Ordinary brand. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. Donald Trump has been criminally charged for the 4th time this year. The former president is accused of running a criminal enterprise to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. Now, Monday's indictment from Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, she does not play, Ricky. It included 41 charges, 30 co-conspirators, and 18 co-defendants, all of which must surrender by August 25th at noon. And that includes Donald Trump.
I just love the fact that Donald Trump is so damn racist. And now you got to sit up here and deal with a black judge in one of your cases in D.C., and you got Fannie Willis over here. I'm just so glad. It's always the sisters that seems to stand up for us and our race. I swear. And this black judge in D.C. ain't playing with him either, Maria, because he keep violating a court order on the gag. He keep violating that gag order, and she ain't playing with him. She'll put him in jail if he keep on. At some point, somebody going to have to stop him from running his mouth and doing what he's doing. But I think he's going to end up getting locked up for about a week because he ain't violating. Right, Kay, you think?
It's unprecedented what's going on. Anybody else would have been locked up, but it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this. You can't really call it, but he got more charges than Young Thug.
And then you brought up a great point about the co-defendants, like somebody is going to end up talking and trying to work out a deal, and then 41 charges. You think at least how many of them is going to stick?
And it's RICO, and because he got RICO charges, only a couple of those charges need to stick in order for, and those charges carry a 5-year minimum with no parole in the state of Georgia, and you can't get pardoned for those. Presidential pardon won't save you.
Yeah, I don't know what's more mind-blowing, these charges or the fact that he still leads all contenders for the Republican nomination for president. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this unfolds. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on the website at RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Oh, I'm about to tell you there, Maria. Couple of star running backs finally get signed to a team in the NFL. Former Dallas Cowboy running back Ezekiel Elliott signs 1-year deal with the New England Patriots. Going to be out there with Bill Belichick. That contract is up to $6 million, man.
Boy, I thought you were going to say Bill Bellamy. What?
Big shout out to Bill Bellamy. So he going back to his college number, man. He's going to be wearing number 15 on his jersey. Also, sources say that Dalvin Cook is expected to sign with the New York Jets. That's going to be a pretty strong 1-2 punch with him and Breece
Jets
Hall.
going to be a problem this year. Shout out to my nephew.
Tell him.
The Williams brothers, my nephews. I got one at linebacker, one at defensive tackle, man.
No, they're going to be dangerous. They got Aaron Rodgers. Their defense was already strong.
Yes, sir.
Good look. Hey, watch out for the Jets.
Strong contender.
Yes, indeed. And this is an interesting story, man. Retired NFL star offensive lineman Michael Orr played a little bit with the Baltimore Ravens and also the Carolina Panthers, who we all thought was adopted by a wealthy white family, Sean and Leanne Toohey, who took him in out of the streets and of poverty to live with them as a high school student. They made a movie about it in 2009. The movie was called Blindside, featuring Sandra Bullock. Great movie. It grossed over $300 million. Well, Michael is now alleging that was a lie. Well, some of it was. He said that they never officially adopted him, and they tricked him into signing a document making them his conservators, which pretty much gave them legal authority to make all of his business deals. So that movie made over $300 million. He didn't get a dime of it.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, man. So expect this story to kind of get bigger and bigger, and it's going to be a huge lawsuit coming right behind it. It's my sports report right there. We got the hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, time for the hot spot with the one and only Brett. What up?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, the 71-year-old Golden Bachelor, Jerry Turner, is not messing around. When his season gets underway, there will be overnight dates, but just not right away. Jerry appeared on the Bachelorette's Men Tell All special last night, and he said, quote, "That's a long way down the line in the journey, but I think there's a lot of steps and a potential partner and I would need to go through to get to make it to a comfortable situation. But just because it's the golden season, older people like to have fun too. So he's letting you know that he will be making out and having sex with these people, even though he's the 71-year-old Golden Bachelor." Meanwhile, the Barbie movie has broke records at the box office, and sources say with that salary and box office bonuses, Margot is going to the bank around $50 million off this movie. Wow. She didn't just star in it, she was also one of the producers. Okay, Greta Gerwig should also make bank for directing and co-writing Barbie, which has already generated $1.18 billion. Oh my God, making her the highest banking female in history, the highest banking female director, actually. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, but coming up next, we got Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring, and we the praise mix down. The time now is 28 minutes before the, 8 minutes before because y'all was running late. I was trying to help y'all out. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
She gotta go nurse.
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is Talk It Out Tuesday. Please help me welcome licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring. Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning?
Oh, we doing good. Happy to have you. Let's jump right into what's trending in the therapy room and talk about what's been catching your attention. It seems like a lot of folks are dealing with FOMO, and that's the fear of missing out. You know, and some folks are making some drastic choices to avoid feeling it. You know, have you ever wondered why some of us take things to the extreme, like going all out on vacations that we can't afford, or flying off to foreign countries for a new body? It seems like people are willing to sacrifice their credit and sometimes their health for an experience. Bit like keeping up with the Joneses has turned into keeping up with the world. So when do we and how do we draw the line, and what's going on in our mind when that FOMO hits? That's crazy. That is a good topic today.
Yeah, a good topic. So FOMO, fear of missing out. And, I know most of us have heard of that or experienced it. So one thing, y'all know, I'm a brain-based trauma therapist, so I'm going to get into the brain. So we're going to get into some neurobiology of what's happening. One thing to be mindful of, like as humans, we are wired to connect and seek pleasurable, exciting experiences. We're also wired to avoid pain. So when we see other people doing something that we want to do, it oftentimes can trigger like anxiety and fear. And so when we're looking at FOMO, which is the fear of missing out, we're looking at two things. We're looking at our desires as humans to connect, and then we're also looking at our desire to avoid rejection and disconnection. And when we operate from that fear part, that fear center of our brain, we're more likely to make like impulsive decisions, create negative, sometimes expensive decisions that can have harmful consequences.
Yeah, and like you said, I see it a lot, especially on social media, people going on trips they can't afford. And you talked about trauma. Is there a link between any trauma we've experienced and FOMO? And is there also a link related to addiction as well?
Yeah, it's very similar, right? In my experience, FOMO is stronger for those who've experienced trauma. For one, somebody who's experienced trauma has an overactive stress response system, right? So they're more sensitive to fear. They're more triggered by their fears, and they have that strong desire to avoid pain and painful experiences and seek pleasure. And that's kind of where addiction comes in. Like, I've experienced so much of these painful things. It's too much for me to tolerate. Let me go to a substance, right, so that I can pull away from this pain, so I can get away from this pain. Another thing for trauma, especially like childhood trauma, is folks may feel justified in kind of overindulgence and things because they've experienced so much lack in their childhood that they have an issue with discipline and boundaries. Like, I've been told no my whole life, so now that I'm an adult, I'm going to do what I want to do, right? I'm going to make sure that I never miss out on anything. So that can cause, like some overindulgence in that area.
What's some tips that you can share with us about how to reduce FOMO?
So I got another acronym for y'all. So focus on my option. Fear of missing out is always going to drive you to do something to avoid that fear. But if you turn it inward and focus on yourself, you can avoid a lot of the stress and fear that comes with FOMO. So one thing is I talk a lot about mindfulness, really just focusing on the present moment, grounding yourself, limiting how much you consume of other people's business. Because if you notice that once you've been on social media for a long period of time, if you saw what everybody else doing, you could get caught up in this comparison trap and do things that you really don't have the capacity to do. That's going to cause some negative consequences for you. And then for me, I like to tap into JOMO, which is the joy of missing out. I don't know if it's because, we're a little older now, but I kind of enjoy just having time to myself and not getting caught up in what everyone else is doing. So finding joy and missing out sometimes, that could be beneficial.
That's good stuff.
Well, I love this because I've never heard of it. So now I don't feel bad because, which I didn't really feel bad anyway. But you know how you see all these people, I'm going to Dubai, I'm going to Hawaii, and I'm on all these places and stuff. And you be like, well, girl, I don't want to go all those places and stuff. So now I realize that it's really something, that's out there. They just doing that probably because they scared they missing out on and following other people and stuff. I'm not part of that.
That's really big. So you talked about the mindfulness of it. What are some practical things, what advice you would give someone who frequently experiences FOMO?
Yeah, so now Gary got Dubai and Hawaii in my head. One thing I would say is if you frequently experience FOMO and you always afraid you're missing something, I think reminding people that, like, you are enough. Sometimes we think we can add to our value by doing more things and having more experiences. So just reminding people that you are enough and you have enough of what you need right now. And most likely your fear is bigger than the experience. So if you're experiencing FOMO a lot, there's something else connected to it. And I just, I'm always going to encourage you to go to therapy so you can get to the root of what's driving that fear. It's more than likely connected to something deeper.
All right, y'all, Talking Out Tuesday segment is not meant for, replacing actually going to therapy, but it's a start. And you can always get more information on Yonetta's website, YonettaSpring.com, or on Instagram at Groundbreakers Therapy. Y'all give it up for Yonetta Spring.
Yonetta Spring.
Yeah. Morning Show coming up.